Welcome back from that short break. Now, I'm sure you remember that one of the last actions taken by federal lawmakers before proceeding on recess was to vote on some proposed bills seeking to amend the 1999 Constitution. Well, the next stage in the process is to have the state houses of assembly vote on those proposed bills. In anticipation of that stage, the speakers of the state houses of assembly were in the Federal Capital Territory for a meeting. Here is how the meeting went.
During the week, lawmakers from the state houses of assembly gathered in Abuja to meet with civil society organizations on the proposed amendments to the 1999 Constitution. The conveners of the meeting, the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, outlined the focus of the meeting.
With respect to some of the bills that have been passed, 21 of them, and which the National Assembly will soon be transmitting to the state legislatures, we are especially calling on the State House of Assembly to give consideration to these bills as expeditiously as possible and be able to respond to the demands of citizens, because that is the intent of democracy and that is the importance of you being our representatives.
The burden is on you to ensure that what has been sent forth or what is being sent forth to your respective assemblies get the injection of the people of your state.
The chairman of the body of state legislatures, while commending the National Assembly for the work done so far, urged them to quickly transmit the proposed amendments to the states.
I wish to commend the National Assembly for their commitment and aspiration on the current alteration of the 1999 Constitution. Urge them to hasten the transmission of same to the state assemblies for quick adoption. In the state assemblies, we shall ensure that the yearnings and aspirations of the Nigerians are met. Their interest must be protected.
The lawmakers were then taking through some of the proposed amendments as passed by the National Assembly. Members of the civil society organizations also put forward their position.
The state assemblies should assist the Nigerian people, strengthen the electoral framework, assist the Nigerian people, strengthen the art of governance, and also assist the Nigerian people stabilize this democracy. Without a good constitution, without a living document, we will keep on having all sorts of agitations that threaten national unity and national security.
Some of the speakers say they expect the bills to be well received in their states.
It's actually what we've been working on. This is not the first time we are coming for an interactive session like this, but I think we are now coming to the end almost, to be able to put all the things in place, like dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's properly. That's why we're here, and it's interesting. Everybody's excited. We need changes in our state, in the country too. So that's why we are here, and I want to believe God that most of the sessions we are having, there shouldn't be any issue.
One of the issues that
this time around, business is not unusual. Before, the House Assembly are not carried out in the process of passing the bill, but this time around, there's a lot of collaboration, a lot of retreat with National Assembly and House Assembly. We had in Lagos, we had in various places, and today we're even having one here. So this is going to soften and remove the bottleneck that we used to get during in passing the two-thirds of the State House Assembly.
At state levels, mistakes have been made before in constitutional amendment, but problems is not that mistakes are made. Problems is repeating those mistakes. So we've known the previous mistakes, and the strategy that we presented today, that I elaborated briefly upon, is that we have blocked those issues, and this time states will not disappoint Nigerians.
Well, a lot of assurance is there from the lawmakers, but I hope you know that you still have to follow up on the process and ensure that the lawmakers get your input. Let's take a look at some other developments that took place this week.
This week, the Supreme Court again reaffirmed its judgment ordering the sack of a member of the House of Representatives representing Vandikia Konshisha constituency, Herman Himbe. Part of the initial judgment had ordered the former lawmaker to, within 90 days, return all salaries and allowances collected before his removal from office by the Apex Court. Mr. Himbe had approached the court seeking a review of the judgment as it relates to the refund of salaries and allowances. The five-man panel of the court, headed by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, struck out the application on Wednesday on the ground that the law does not allow the court to review its own judgment, whether rightly or wrongly taken. The court also awarded a 5 million naira cost against Mr. Himbe after his counsel withdrew the application for the review of the judgment. Let's just point out that Mrs. Dorothy Mato, who the court says is the rightful representative of the constituency, is yet to be sworn in by the House of Representatives since July 17 this year, when the court ruled. The House has not clearly stated why she's not been sworn in. And during the week, the House of Representatives Committee on Public Petitions directed that former First Lady Dame Patience Jonathan be allowed access to some of her bank accounts that had allegedly been denied her. This followed consideration of a petition submitted by her attorneys over what they described as the unwarranted and persistent attacks on her by agents of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and other government agencies. The chairman of the committee had taken this position.
You are still cautioning, then it's punitive. You are persecuting. If EFCC thinks otherwise, they should tell you why they should close it and come here. Banks, all accounts that you have no pending court order, please release, defreeze them. Are you with me?
Following that, however, the majority leader of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, put up a series of tweets on the matter. The tweets read, "Contrary to reports, the House of Representatives has not made a decision on freezing bank accounts. The committee report will be debated on resumption. For those who follow the House of Representatives proceedings, I have argued on the floor over the years that the House of Representatives is not a law court, and public petitions cannot be used to entertain all matters considering the doctrine of separation of powers. The House of Representatives will be resuming on the 26th of September, and it's expected that this is one of the issues that will be addressed."
A very interesting development there. So, which side of the divide are you on? Do you agree with the majority leader, Femi Gbajabiamila, that the House of Representatives does not have such powers? Or do you disagree with him? Well, let's have your views through any of our addresses on the screen, and let's discuss this issue. You can also contribute and react to other issues that have been discussed on the program. It will be interesting to see how the House will resolve this. Let's just hope they do address this so that it guides other committees of the House one way or the other. Well, I can tell you that Tuesday, the 26th of September, will see the lawmakers resume plenary, and I'm sure they will have a lot to say about the economy and developments in the country. We will be there, and that means you will have all the details here on the program in our next episode. But this is it for this week. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Lanre Lasese. Take care.